Okay, hi everybody. So let me introduce myself first because I feel like what I'm about to say is pretty heavy stuff. So let me go ahead and tell you who I am first. A little background to what I'm about to talk about. My name is Victoria. I'm 26 years old and I am a single mom of 3 girls, a 7-year-old and twins that are going to be 2 next month. Now, to tell you a little bit more about why I'm a single mom, and this is going to be pretty personal for me, and I don't really know if I should be doing this because it's so personal, but I think it's important for me to let it out. In my life, as any of you single moms out there will know, there's just barely any time left for myself in the day. And when there's any time left, I don't feel like doing anything. There's so many responsibilities to take care of. People's lives are at stake. And, a lot of people don't take being a mom as much of a respected thing as they really should, because it doesn't matter what kind of mom you are, the responsibility itself is a big deal, and it already becomes overwhelming from the second that you find out that you're having a baby to every single day of the rest of your life. So for me, I love being a mom. I always knew that I wanted kids since I was really little. I loved kids. I gravitated towards kids. At parties, all I did want to do was play with the kids, the little kids. I always went for that and spent my time hanging out with the little kids. And I never thought twice about it. I knew I was going to have kids. So when I met the father of my kids, I wasn't ready for kids. I was 18 years old. I was ready to just have fun, be irresponsible. I had so many issues that I never dealt with, that I was pretty much putting on the back burner, just locking it away, and deciding to, okay, I'm going to only take care of having fun and just being happy in the moment. And when I found out that I was pregnant with my first baby, which is my oldest daughter, Nadia, I was so angry with myself. I knew that I wasn't ready to be a mom, even though I always wanted to be a mom. I knew that I made a huge mistake, but obviously I'm not saying that my daughter was a mistake. The mistake was not taking care of myself before I was about to take care of another life. How could I do that? How could I go ahead and teach another human being how to be happy, be loved, be loving, and be passionate about life if I had no idea what the hell I was doing with mine? But I put that aside, just like I did before, and I was gonna love that baby and take care of that baby no matter what anybody said or how it went, because that was it. I was in love with the baby already. So I had my first daughter, and we were so young, and my expectations for what was gonna happen was totally different. I thought, okay, if I can do it, if I can just own up to this, so can everyone else. And it was pretty righteous of me of feeling like that. And obviously, it was my coping mechanism. And my girl's dad, he had a different way of going about it. He wasn't ready. He didn't want to do that. He didn't want to have kids. I mean, we were in a relationship, and we were both pretty sure that we loved each other, but it was just too much because, like me, he had his own issues that he definitely wasn't ready to deal with. When you have kids, man, that just throws all those issues right in your face. it's like, oh really, you're gonna bring another life into this world? Well, bam, here you go. Here's all your problems. Deal with them. And it's just not that easy. And a lot of people have had a lot of bad things to say about it, and criticism comes easy. You know, we all think a lot of the times that we know, oh, I would have done it this differently, and I would have done that differently. And I felt like that too about my ex. I was so angry with him for such a long time, but I never really understood that I was also really angry with myself. So we you know, when you think that everything is going well, and you know, real quick, he has dealt with problems of, you know, addiction since our daughter was born. And we were separated for quite a little while, and we got back together, and we tried to make it work for a long time, because we really did feel like that was the best thing to do, and we did still love each other at that time. And we were doing really well for a long time, you know. We were thinking, okay, we can do this. We're a little family, everything is going well, and then it hit us again. We were both just really depressed. And we were blaming each other for it, just pointing the fingers and saying, no, it's your fault, you know, you're doing this, and if it wasn't for you, and like everybody else does, just blaming it on each other and telling each other that if it wasn't for you, and if it wasn't for you doing this, and if you had done this differently, which, you know what, guys, it didn't help us, and it doesn't help anybody else. Blaming the other person for your own issues is never gonna get better. It's just never gonna get better. And so at that point, you know, we thought we just have to keep on going, you know, we just have to keep on making it work, because that's it, you know, we love each other, that's how it's gonna be, we're gonna keep continuing to work on this. And the problem is that we never actually dealt with our own issues. We thought it was the relationship that was having issues, but it was us individually as separate human beings that were having issues. That time I was pregnant with my twins, and you know, being pregnant with twins was a huge surprise. And that just totally put my ex over the edge. I mean, obviously it was our responsibility, and he just thought that he was ready, and then once it really hit him, it just brought back all those feelings. And I had the same issue. It just brought back all those issues from our childhood that we never dealt with, and we never took responsibility for dealing with. So, you know, 2 years later, here I am, single mom, and I've worked on it, you know, for the last couple of years. I've really been trying to work on myself, figuring out what it is that I need to do, which steps to take in order to improve my quality of life. And here I was today, just so overwhelmed by the reality that I am really working hard to maintain a happy demeanor and to do things that are going to be healthy and good for my kids. And I totally negating the fact that I am a person, and I have desires, and I have a passion for things, and I need to go towards that. But the problem with that is that being a single mom, April, come here, lay down, sorry, you know, being a single mom, we feel so much guilt for those feelings. That's the worst part about it, is not the responsibility or taking the time to actually realize that we're not happy, or what we need to do to make us happy is going to be a little selfish. And the guilt of that is what keeps us from going for it. And I just felt like I really needed to share that, I need to let it out. You know, a lot of the times there's just no way to be able to cope with the things that are going on in our life if we don't just talk about it. And I've always been a big advocate for that, but I haven't been doing that. And the biggest thing that I need to work on is to take my own advice and work on the things that I know I would tell somebody else to work on. So that's my dirty laundry of the week, and I hope that this helps somebody out there that's also dealing with the same thing maybe. And who knows, maybe we can help each other. Bye!